John and Gordy on WMDX. Good morning, Madison.
That's us. Good morning, Madison. WMDX 92.7. It's John and Gordy, as you might have already been hinted at. Nice theme, very pleasant way to wake up in the morning.
Just ease you into your day,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. It's really great.
Happy Tuesday.
Yeah.
Hey, we're making progress.
We are. We're getting through the week already.
Yeah. Kind of cloudy to start out today. And
Is it?
yeah, it's going to stay partly cloudy through much of the day. Highs around 73, kind of getting cooler now. Right now, 61 degrees here. What does your Samsung WMDX watch say about things?
Well, it says that the sunrise should be at around 6:46.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I can't tell whether it's cloudy or not.
I know.
Sunset about 6:52.
Okay. Yeah, days are getting shorter.
Yeah.
Fall is settling in.
I kind of like it this way,
yeah.
I have to take my dog out just before sunset. She knows it. She sees it. She knows she has to take me out.
Really?
So the earlier it gets darker, the better it is for me.
Good morning to our producer, Dominic Lee. How are you doing there, buddy?
I'm doing all
Yeah.
right. I'm doing okay.
Really?
I'm going line dancing tonight again, so I'm an excited,
What a
happy
thing
guy.
What a thing to look forward to.
Right.
Have you always been into line dancing, or is this just a recent
This has just been a Madison thing. When I was in Oshkosh, I never really got into it, but Madison really opened my eyes. That's why I love Madison.
Okay.
because of the line dancing?
Because of the line dancing only.
Okay.
Country line dancing.
Yeah.
Correct.
You like
Yes.
that country music, eh?
I don't mind it. Yep. I don't
You got
mind
a
it.
big cowboy hat when you go line dancing?
I've actually recently just bought one, so I'll bring it in one time. And
Oh,
on the
great.
YouTube, if you guys are watching on the YouTube or Facebook, you guys would be able to check it out.
Yeah,
I'll
that
bring it in
sounds
tomorrow.
Exciting.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
what bar is this that has the line dancing?
Red Rock. Red
Oh,
Rock.
the Red
Saloon.
Rock. Yes, right on State Street.
Yeah, just down the street.
And then I
there.
can go on the bowl too. I mean, I know they have a big mechanical bowl there.
I watched that.
Yeah.
Ann and I were downtown celebrating our anniversary. We walked over to the Red Rock,
Yeah.
and the bowl started moving around. Yeah. And there's no one on it.
Really?
Yeah. It was just moving around. And I thought, well, that doesn't look too dangerous, too difficult.
Right. It's difficult, and let me tell you,
You've tried it.
I'm a
You've
short.
tried it.
Yeah, I've tried it, and I'm a short guy. I can barely get on top of the thing, and it flung me off. It was scary.
All right.
Yeah. You guys should try it too. Maybe
Nah,
we
I
could
don't
go
think
remote
so.
and we go on the yeah.
I think you're looking at two people that don't quite have the joints for that anymore.
Right. Yeah. All right. Well,
I don't know. What a horrible thing to say about Madison. Well, line dancing, since I came here, line dancing is the thing to do. No.
Well, for
that's
me,
not Madison to me. I have never thought of it before.
I don't know. I think it depends on the person. I think it depends on if you like dancing in general.
Yes.
I think that's the cup of
the way
tea.
to go?
That's the way to go, at least.
does your girlfriend enjoy that? Is
She
she the
loves
one
it.
that?
She likes it more than me, which is
I
I'm starting to think maybe
Wow.
I don't like
Okay.
it as much as she does,
All
and
right.
doing it out of the kindness
Trouble
of my soul.
brewing there. That's okay.
Well, there are a lot of different conflicting things going on here for me anyway. Country music sucks.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of anthems tied together on the radio. I don't know why anybody would listen to this trash. It's nothing like classic country.
Right.
Nothing
That's
like
the thing.
it.
It's turned
Yeah.
into top 40.
Yeah, it's just top 40
with
stuff.
with a country twang.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it's just awful stuff.
It's not like Willie and Waylon and the boys.
No.
Yeah.
The Outlaws, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
George Jones.
It's just something for you to think about. Do a little investigating. Understand what you're getting into. You're supporting a music that is rotten to the core.
Wow.
All right?
I can request songs. Maybe I will request something from Willie Whaley's and the boys. Maybe I'll do something like
definitely do it.
Yeah, see what that.
Yeah. See what
see where
happens
that
then.
gets you. Yeah.
that. Everyone leaves. I don't know.
You're not gonna like that.
Oh,
Let's see. Well, Jimmy Kimmel's going to be back on the air tonight. You heard that, right?
yeah. I got your text on that.
Yeah. So, yeah. See what that's all about. I wonder if that'll get big ratings. Yeah.
I just love Sinclair Broadcasting. Yeah, they're so right wing, and now they're not going to play it. I'm wondering what kind of reaction there's going to be for their viewership,
Right?
Because it's not like everybody is a conservative or a MAGA like Sinclair Broadcasting.
Well, yeah. Just have to wait and see.
It's just there's so many outlets that are so conservative in this country. The liberals have never thought about having like a media organization, syndication, anything. We're just sitting back watching Republicans do this left and right.
On the
airwaves.
What do you think? Will Jimmy Kimmel have to apologize? Is he going to have to make a statement of some kind?
I didn't think about that. No.
I would doubt it. I don't think he's the kind of guy that's going to do that.
No.
But
I think it was summed up by ABC's official statement on that.
Really?
Yeah. We'll get to that story in a few moments. I don't want to blow all the stories out, before 6:15.
Right?
we got to pace ourselves here. I did hear something that I don't have on the schedule, but I heard on the way in, and that is the Trump administration charging $100 million to get H-1B visas.
Right. Per company, right?
Per person.
No.
No, per person.
Per person?
Yes.
I thought it was
a
company like a certificate that you got.
No.
Now you can do that. No?
No, it's per person.
Oh, my.
And, I know. It's crazy, isn't it? And you're thinking.
So if they get a license.
Is there like, is there a place that money's going? See, no one
into
seems
Donald
to be,
Trump's pocket.
See, no one seems to be asking that one question. Well, where is that $100 million going?
Yeah. I don't know.
So it's and then I heard in the story that the smaller companies that can't afford $100 million,
like
right?
Most of them.
Yes, like most of them, are at a dramatic disadvantage to the larger companies that can afford it, pay it grudgingly, but can't afford it, will have a major advantage getting the best of the best at their corporations for $100 million. Again, we played, Dr. Evil, remember?
Sure.
$1 million, right? Okay, well, let's listen to that. And he also brings up he's prompted to increase it. And what did he increase it to? Well, to what it costs now to bring him in.
Yeah.
$1 million.
Well, don't you think we should maybe ask for more than $1 million? $1 million isn't exactly a lot of money these days.
Okay, then. $100 billion.
Billion. Okay, so here we are. We're sitting here, thinking, well, this is Dr. Evil stuff, but it's reality now.
Yeah.
It's reality. And all these companies are going to be put at a disadvantage because there are a lot of startups out there, a lot of companies struggling. They need the best of the best, and they bring a H-1B visa in. I'm not sitting here supporting H-1B visas. It's taking jobs away from those people here in this country who have the same training, have gone to the same colleges that the other people have gone to, and they're not getting the jobs. The H-1B visas are taking those jobs. So anyway, it's something to think about. And who gets the $100 million and where does it go? It's like the tariff money. Well, we know that's coming in, and they're bragging about how much they're getting, but where are we spending it? Where are we
where
putting
does it go?
Where's the little piggy bank that it's going into?
Or the Treasury? Where it is?
But what are they doing with the money?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. And we're not asking these questions. What are you doing with it? This is such a major political grift.
Well, Congress is supposed to be doing the oversight, but they're out of the loop completely on that. They can't track the money because it's not going to them.
That's true. That's true. They don't have anything to do. They're bumping into walls. All they do is, Should we pass the CR or
I
not?
don't know.
I don't know.
How do
Well, how many people can we get on here? Yeah, they're just. It's such a low bar for Congress at this point. They don't have to do nothing. And then, someday along the way, the Democratic president will come in and the Congress will say, wait a minute, that's our job.
Yeah.
And the president will say, no, it hasn't been for quite a while.
Yeah. That's the way that rolls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's get to Would You Rather because it's time to do
All right.
that. So hit
Yes.
the thing and
Let's do that.
make it happen.
All right.
New woman.
It's time to choose your own destiny.
What?
This is Would You Rather.
Wow.
It's time to choose something.
was that, guys?
I'm liking the music too.
Yeah, it's a
and
little,
you get to the topic immediately.
it's not a long,
No.
Catherine
Okay.
suggested it yesterday. She's like, you got to change that. All right. First
Okay.
question.
All right.
Would you rather, at the beach, would you rather go in the water or build something in the sand? So if you're in the beach, go in the water or build a sandcastle. What would you do?
Oh, I'm going in the water.
Oh, yeah.
I would build it. You wouldn't want to build a sandcastle? No?
I'll get all that sand all over you, and you're in sandals.
Yeah.
You get it in your toes. Hey, ugh.
You don't want that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah.
It's all gritty. What would you do?
I think I would
Yeah.
build a sandcastle. I love building moats around my sandcastle and
Yeah.
making it amazing. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. All right. Well,
To each their own.
second question. And you have to choose one for the rest of your life. Would you rather only drink hot dog water or bong water?
Really?
Yes. You don't have an option. You do have an option. It's only those two options.
How many times have we actually drank the bong water there, Gordy?
Accidentally?
Yes,
I'm thirsty. What's the?
Kind of slurp it down. Now, I was wrong. I have to correct myself. $100,000.
Oh,
So you were
$100,000?
right on that. I think you
100,000.
mentioned it, Gordy. Yeah, $100,000.
$100,000 per person.
Yes, per
Okay.
person. Yeah,
For the
and
visa
it's for
thing.
the entire year.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's great. What a deal.
Okay.
I'll
anyway.
drink the hot dog water.
Okay.
The bong water is just ridiculously awful. And I wouldn't want to touch it.
Yeah, I think I would do hot dog water too. I think I'd do hot.
Very dangerous water.
That's true.
Really?
Nitrates in it. You don't
Yeah.
want that stuff.
So you'd go with the bong water?
No. No. I mean, it wouldn't be a regular. Did you say a regular thing like every night?
Yeah, it would be like an every night thing. Maybe a glass of hot dog water, glass of bong water.
Wow, you might be starting a new trend in this. You are going to influence Madison, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Country line dancing and hot dog water.
Did you close the book on Would You Rather? Or?
We don't have time.
What?
We don't have time. You know. And I don't like the outro, so
Okay.
it's not my cup of tea.
Let's edit as we go along.
6:19. Coming back with more of John and Gordy on a Tuesday. WMDX.
ask me what's trending. What's trending? You can ask me what's trending. What's trending? You can ask me what's trending. What's trending?
WMDX 92.7, John and Gordy. We could, I hope, somehow get some of that $100,000 thrown our way. I mean, if
What?
Maybe, if they don't have a real place to put it, like a bank account or something like that, and they have a little extra, why not support smaller media in this country and help us out a little bit, right?
Sure.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's a good idea.
Help the smaller companies.
Why not? We have partly cloudy skies. Highs in the low 70s today. It's going to be a little bit on the cooler side. Right now, 61 degrees. Phone lines are open, 608-879-8255. Let's go to the phones right now. Mark is on the line.
All right.
Good morning, Mark. What do you got?
Well, it's just another mob show. I mean, where good old Holman just takes a bag of cash. I mean, they have him on tape taking the cash, allegedly, but he took the cash. And the Justice Department just drops it. I mean, and Trump is going to take his cut of whatever they're getting for all these fees, because let's face it, this is not a valid tax because Congress did not pass this increase in fees. I mean, that for them to step aside and not do their duty to the Constitution is pretty kind of terrifying, actually. That just allowing Trump his free reign to do whatever the hell he wants. And the American people are going to be paying for this for a long, long time. I mean, for God's sakes, he talks about he hates everybody who's not, doesn't worship the guy, and that is just not what a president is supposed to do. I mean, the Biden. I mean, look. The fact of the matter is, Biden should have done exactly what Trump is doing, and he would have had, they supposedly the same power that Trump has, but he did not do it because he actually honored his oath, which Trump is not doing.
Right.
I mean, it is just...
Well, somewhere along the way, Mark, somebody's going to have to step forward and do what Trump is doing, but in a beneficial way to the American people. Push people around, do it. And Tom Homan, the border czar, taking all that money,
50,000,
and
cash in a bag.
Well, we have a story coming up later. But screw it. He took the money, and of course, a reporter asked Caroline Levitt, "Well, is he returning the money?" And she says, "Well, he didn't take the money. Why don't you look into it?" And it's like, no one can look into it because no one's released any information on this. There's no information.
Yeah. And I was going through the thing, and apparently within hours of Charlie Kirk's death, they're already profiting off his death. That they've issued coins already. I mean, there's the enameled silver round for Charlie Kirk is going at 1 ounce of silver going at $99 a pop, but spot silver is $44. I mean, I looked that up yesterday. I mean, these guys, that anything they can cash in, they will cash in on. And good old Stephen Miller gives his Joseph Goebbels speech that he probably just rearranged the word, translated into English and rearranged the words, and gives that as the memoriam speech for Charlie Kirk at his event down in Arizona. I mean, it is just
what a tribute. I know, taking some of Goebbels' speech. Yeah, that was a big benefit. Of course, who couldn't recognize it? It was one of the most frightening speeches I've heard. We played it yesterday, and it was just scary. That guy.
And for a man whose Jewish ancestry escaped the pogroms of Europe, I mean, in Russia apparently, and now him aping what Joseph Goebbels did to the rest of his family is just terrifying.
Oh yeah. Why don't we play that Holman cut? Do we have time? I think
so.
Let's play 164. Let's play that thing. All right.
So, too, on the Holman investigation, I mean, can you just speak to, did the president ask the Justice Department to close the case, and does Holman have to return the $50,000?
Well, Mr. Holman never took the $50,000 that you're referring to, so you should get your facts straight, number one. Number
facts.
two, this was another example of the weaponization of the Biden Department of Justice against one of President Trump's strongest and most vocal supporters in the midst of a presidential campaign. You had FBI agents going undercover to try and entrap one of the president's top allies and supporters, someone who they knew very well would be taking a government position months later. Mr. Holman did absolutely nothing wrong, and even the President's Department of Justice, even Kash Patel's FBI, looked into this just to make sure. They had a number of different prosecutors and FBI agents who looked into this. They found zero evidence of illegal activity or criminal wrongdoing in the White House, and the president stand by Tom Homan 100%.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay.
That's nice to know. But, Holman was recorded, of course, on audio tape accepting the money from a fast food chain for $50,000. And get this is the part I loved.
Yeah.
Holman was drawn into the FBI case after a target of the investigation suggested in 2023 on his own initiative that a $1 million payment to Mr. Holman could lead to lucrative federal contracts for border security work.
Uh-huh.
See, so they weren't even looking into Holman. This wasn't a setup for Holman. They were told to investigate Holman.
And 2023 was a full year before the
Yeah,
campaign even started.
Yeah.
that's right. And
Thanks.
Holman, of course, worked in the first administration doing border work as well.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right.
All right, Mark.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you for that call.
Yeah. This is this is crazy stuff. No details released. You better do your homework on this.
And we've got an interview with Laura Ingram talking to Tom Holman, too. That's pretty amazing. We'll play that in a little while. Also, coming up after 7 o'clock, it's Go for the Green and Gold Text to Win contest. Day 2 on that. More chances to win. Coming back with Idiocracy after the Midwest Food and Farm Report right here on WMDX.
WMDX, where thinking is still fashionable.
You're listening to 92.7 WMDX, Madison's home for the Maggie Dawn Show, Monday through Friday from 4 to 6 p.m.
Wisconsin is home to some of the most innovative agricultural research groups working to better the industry for the future. One of these groups is the Michael Fields Institute. I'm Ben Jarbo with the Midwest Farm Report, and recently the Institute added Chuck Andaris as their policy director. He is here to share what the overarching goal is for his new position. We'll listen into that right after this.
Farming has no set hours, no weekends off. The work can feel endless, but wrapping up that last acre makes it all worth it. At Rank Seed, we get it. We know the pain and joy of farming because our family's been doing it since 1846. Our seed will work as hard as you do. We think you'll crack a smile when the combine rolls. Rank Seed. Results since 1846.
Now let's listen into Chuck Andaris giving us a look into what his overarching goal is.
Kind of the overarching goals are, we want policies, we want so the way I think about policy, basically to back up, is like the policy context that people live within. Kind of, it doesn't determine what's possible, but it determines what's likely, essentially. And so the kind of policy context that we're in right now is the most likely outcome, say for like a dairy farm, has been for the last generation, is to go out of business.
Chuck Andaris, the new policy director at the Michael Fields Institute. For the Midwest Farm Report, I'm Ben Jarbo, and we'll take a look at the markets right after this.
From sugar beet fields to dairy facilities, producers count on an operating line of credit from Ag Country Farm Credit Services to help make their operations more profitable. With multi-year commitment options, digital tools and remote deposit, and the ability to only borrow what you need when you need it, our operating line of credit makes financing your needs easier. Visit agcountry.com/line of credit or call 800-450-9858 to learn more. Terms apply. See website for details.
Welcome back. I'm Ben Jarbo with the Midwest Farm Report. Now let's see how the markets are moving. The downward slide continues to start the day with cash and new crop corn down 1 1/4 at 420.5, and cash and new crop soybeans down 3 3/4 at 1007 1/4. December wheat is down 1 1/2 at 509 1/4. Class 3 milk is also seeing losses, with October contracts down 12 cents at 16.74 hundredweight, and November contracts down 14 cents at 16.21 hundredweight. Taking a look at the markets from the Midwest Farm Report, I'm Ben Jarbo.
Catch Farm Report updates throughout the day from the Midwest Farm Report, right here on 92.7 WMDX.
Hi, meteorologist Brandon Bormans. Some patchy fog through mid-morning. Otherwise, more clouds than sun, and just enough instability around whereby we could see a shower or thunderstorm in the afternoon, a high near 72. For tonight, mostly cloudy skies with lows in the mid to upper 50s. Currently, it's 62.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
The Todd Albaugh Show.
Kira Sabin, positive psychology midlife coach.
People cannot take away our joy. When I spend time with people I love, putting my time and energy in things that I love that I think are important, not much has really changed. If you are worried about LGBTQIA plus rights, go volunteer at that organization.
You know you're moving the cause forward, and that's great for our mental health.
The Todd Albaugh Show, weekdays 2 to 4 on your local civic media radio station and on the
It's a beautiful morning.
First of all, you guys put on a good show, and I think that goes without saying.
I love your show. I listen all the time.
You have a pretty fun show. I listen to it most of the time, you know. Keep up the good work.
No, it's disgusting. It's a ploy.
God, I love you. Get the hell off the stage.
Nice work, everyone. Sharp broadcasts. Really good.
Good morning, John and Gordy.
Good morning, John and Gordy.
Good morning, John and Gordy.
Good morning. And good morning to you. We've got another segment, a huge segment of Idiocracy for everybody here.
That's right.
We're going to use our imaginations today as well.
92.7 WMDX. It's 6:35. It's cloudy out there this morning and kind of cool. 61 degrees, highs in the low 70s. Checking our WMDXradio.com poll.
Yes.
You planning to cut the cable to protest the networks bowing to the Trump administration? Leading the way on that is yes, but I'm still using streaming services. That's one of the selections.
Yeah, that was my selection initially.
And right behind that is no, it hurts too many people working at the networks who had nothing to do with the company decisions. That's at 36%. And coming in third, yes, temporarily. Well, Jimmy Kimmel's back on the air tonight. So there's that. I don't know if that'll affect the poll numbers, but that's what they are right now.
Yeah, I was going to cut the cord from watching regular TV that was Hulu Plus. I haven't done that yet, but we're looking into it, and it'll happen. It'll happen.
Okay. By the way, if you were going to our website, WMDXradio.com, why don't you check out our Alzheimer's walk, which is coming up pretty soon. It's happening on October 5th and at Warner Park. And we need to raise some more money, so jump on that site. And it's the 2025 Walk to End Alzheimer's, Sunday, October 5th. You can join our team or just donate as you see fit there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
all right.
Idiocracy.
Let's try using our imaginations here. Okay?
Oh, okay.
I think this is fun. This is a daily show feature, and it's a very visual thing, but, I'm thinking it could work on the radio. All right?
All right.
Let's play, and this is going to be cut 77. Remember when Trump showed Laura Ingraham the Declaration of Independence behind the curtain, right?
Oh, it was a great day.
And
he was showing her the Oval Office, just taking a little tour.
And Laura's reaction to it.
Oh, yeah.
And in this case, The Daily Show replaced that picture of the Declaration of Independence with the line drawing of a woman's body and the message sent to Epstein. Yeah. Okay? I mean, so now instead of the Declaration, it's the Epstein picture, the birthday greeting. So just listen to the audio and picture that in your head and Laura Ingraham's reaction, and let's see if you can laugh.
Okay.
And it's very cool.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that great? Just went up yesterday.
Wow.
Think Joe Biden would do this? I don't think so. Do you think he'd think of it? Do you think he knows what it is?
Oh my gosh, I just love that. I really do.
Okay.
I do like that.
Nice.
All right, now something a little, this is kind of fun. Mehdi Hassan has his own website, and they cover a lot of good news, and they're pretty point blank about their belief system over there. They're not going to take crap from anybody, and they're going to get to the heart of the truth there. So anyway, Mehdi Hassan's debate on Jubilee has been seen by so many people, but this is a segment I did not actually get. I didn't watch the whole thing. I think it was an hour and a half or something like that, right? This is just fun to listen to. Let's listen to Mehdi Hassan, where he is grilled by a woman whose parents are naturalized citizens. Now, they're talking about immigration, okay? And her parents are the naturalized citizens. So she's the first generation American citizen here. So listen to how this all unwinds here.
Immigrants overall are good for America.
Do you care more about helping Americans or immigrants in this claim?
Immigrants are Americans. I'm an immigrant and an American.
Well, immigrants are not Americans. Americans are the people that were born here.
That's not true. Where'd you get? What's the basis of your claim for that?
Are you talking about people that get naturalized in the process of becoming American?
14th Amendment. Have you read it?
Okay, yes, I have.
Citizenship clause. It says any persons born or naturalized in the United States are citizens of the United States.
I'm aware of that.
There's about 40 to 50 million naturalized Americans in this country.
Yes, but
you didn't seem aware of it because you said Americans versus immigrants.
So, but are you understanding that the process of getting all these immigrants that come in here we've been also, the millions of immigrants, it's up to the millions, it's the last 20 years now, and it has dramatically affected Americans here in the country, which
positively, I would argue.
In regards to just your claim about immigrants specifically, we cannot even get jobs to pay for housing.
Unemployment is at a record low right now, even under Donald Trump. And I'm not a Donald Trump fan, but I would say unemployment under both Biden and Trump has been at record low levels.
Okay, is this in regards for American citizens?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm unaware of that statistic, but from what I see, from what I can
I'm an immigrant
here,
and an American, and I employ many American citizens, both naturalized and the ones born here. I employ Americans.
My parents came
Americans as defined by you.
My parents came as immigrants to become naturalized, so I'm not necessarily opposed to immigrants.
So you're the child of immigrants.
Correct. I'm a child of immigrants. I was born
But you don't
here.
accept that immigrants are Americans.
Not at this moment.
So your parents are not Americans.
Not at this moment.
So hold on, your parents are
they're
not Americans.
citizens. They became naturalized.
You just said you can't be citizens by being naturalized.
No, I was born here, and I'm not
Yeah, you're
opposed
born
to
here, right?
naturalization. I
But
never
are your
said that I'm against
parents-
naturalization.
Are you against naturalization?
No, I never said I was against
You
naturalization.
did. You began. Everyone was here. They can play it back on YouTube. You said Americans or immigrants. Are your parents Americans or immigrants?
No, my parents are United States citizens.
But they're immigrants. You said.
No, they came here as immigrants. However, but
So they
I
are
want to make the
immigrants.
claim that we cannot
I came here as an immigrant. I'm an immigrant.
But at this point, when they came, the
I think
United
people aren't
States
happy with the way
economy,
this is going for you.
the United States economy was not at.
It's better now. The American economy is better than it's been for many years.
Not from the
And I can say
statistics
that as someone who
see.
doesn't like Donald Trump.
We're
Which
giving
statistics are you
millions
seeing?
and billions of
Which
dollars to
statistics are
people
you
of,
seeing?
minorities as well as
The reason the economy is doing badly now is because Donald Trump's tariff policy.
We can't
Nothing
even
to
get
do with
businesses.
migrants. In fact, the
They can't
congressional.
even start businesses.
I'm an immigrant. I started a business.
No, I understand because the SBA is giving people billions
I
of
didn't
loans.
take any loans
They're giving
from
them
SBA.
billions.
I didn't take any loans.
I'm not
from
saying you
SBA.
did, but I'm
Okay, well,
saying that
I did.
statistically speaking, they're giving billions of
So
loans
should we
to
do
these
statistics? According to statistics, immigrants are 80% more likely to be entrepreneurs than native-born Americans.
Sure,
They're more likely
absolutely.
to start
No,
businesses
I'm aware of
and
that.
hire Americans.
No, I'm aware
right?
of that.
Immigrants
But
are
we
more
also-
likely to pay in taxes than
Yeah.
take out in benefits.
And
They're more likely to add to innovation and jobs and
Yes,
wages.
that's
This is
right.
what the statistics show.
Okay.
So that's great. Just he did not do well, and that's where it pretty much ended. But yeah, he's a great debater.
Yeah.
I'd love to see him do more.
Mediasa.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
All right. I don't know how many people heard about the third boat being blasted out of the water by the Trump administration.
Are you kidding?
No, I am not kidding.
I have not heard about that.
This happened a little while back, maybe 3 or 4 days ago, a week maybe. This is the Political Girl. Her commentary on it. It's cut 146, and she tells the story.
First, they came for the drug dealers, and I said nothing because I was not a drug dealer. President Trump just revealed that the U.S. has blown up a third boat they claim was running drugs off the Venezuelan coast. We know these boats had people on them, but we have yet to see any proof that they were actually smuggling drugs. And it's going to be hard for us to find that proof because we blew up the evidence. What I need for people to understand is how unhinged this behavior is coming from the American government, because we are currently engaged in extrajudicial killings in international waters. Even if those boats were filled with drug traffickers, which we will never know, trafficking drugs is not a capital offense. So our government just murdered those people in cold blood. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think it has anything to do with keeping us safe from drugs. I think the Trump administration is testing the waters, both literally and figuratively, to see how we react to them mass murdering people without evidence or a trial. Donald Trump knows he's never going to be held responsible for these killings because the Supreme Court gave him immunity. In fact, when the immunity ruling came down, one of the dissenting justices made the argument, so the president is just allowed to murder people now? And I think watching these boats blow up, the answer to that is a horrifying yes. But the administration is also watching how we, the American people, react to these killings. Are we outraged? Do we protest people's right to due process? Do we say, stop, we're not a country that systematically murders people? Because what does the government learn if they get away with these actions without consequence? They learn that they're allowed to kill people without cause or evidence. And all of a sudden, those international waters can become American streets. Because if they can just kill people claiming they're a threat or a drug dealer or a terrorist, what stops them from saying that about anyone they want? This is the same government saying that all Democrats are murderers and killers and enemies of the state. So it is not a jump to start thinking that they could start killing the left in the name of safety. And if they can kill us, then they can kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Because the rule of law no longer exists. If we let it go now, we will never get it back, which is why you really need to care that they keep blowing up these boats.
There you go. Yeah. Pretty
was that
pretty astonishing. That is the Political Girl.
Oh,
There's
yes.
a lot of commentary.
Yeah, she's really good.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this, I don't know if this is getting as much cover as it should. The New York Times rebuked the Pentagon's reporter restrictions. Now, you might have heard about this. The Department of Defense explains it remains committed to transparency, but now requires approval before reporters can publish their stories.
Whoa.
They have to get it reviewed by the Department of War. All right. This update comes days after Trump filed a $15 billion lawsuit against the Times. This is what the Times statement said on this. Asking an independent journalist to submit to these kinds of restrictions is at stock odds with the constitutional protections of a free press in a democracy, and a continued attempt to throttle the public's right to understand what their government is doing. This is yet another step in a concerning pattern of reducing access to what the U.S. military is undertaking at taxpayer expense. Our journalists will continue to report the facts deeply and fairly. So they're not going to take a knee on this one.
No, stand up to it.
Yeah, they're restricted in walking through the Pentagon halls. They were able to do that before and just talk to anybody about anything in conversation, but they can't do that anymore.
Now they got to get a hall pass.
Yes. Yeah. When you said that, I flashed back to my high school days when I created my own hall passes.
Oh, those were the days.
And for some reason, they believed them. Yes, those were the days.
Yes. The days of easy forgery in high school.
The thing is, every teacher had their own hall pass.
Yes.
So there were no standard hall passes. So I made my own thinking, well, they're going to think it's some teacher's hall pass. They're not going to ask any questions.
It worked?
And I was right.
Yeah.
The thing is, they eventually called me the Phantom.
The Phantom.
No, really. So I had the fake hall pass, and I got the name the Phantom.
Did you have to do detention or anything, or you get just...
No. I never got caught. Never got caught.
Wow, that's amazing.
And then after a while, I became a hall monitor. So full circle.
Wow, those were the days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
It is 6:48. Coming up in about 15 minutes, we'll reveal the keyword in our Go for the Green and Gold Text to Win contest. Your chance to win cash and gold and the grand prize.
A Trump Gold card?
No, that's not part of the deal.
Oh, okay.
All right. We're coming back with more of John and Gordy for this Tuesday morning. WMDX. Too, John. I thought I needed subtitles to talk to my grandkids.
And these aren't those old giant clunkers we saw in the old days. It's got Bluetooth, it's rechargeable, the works.
Yeah, my phone connects straight to my ears. I'm basically a cyborg now.
Well, you just figured out texting last year, too.
Yeah, baby steps. But I did call Madison Hearing Aid Center, and you should too. 608-249-4077.
608-249-4077. Tell them John and Gordy sent you.
Buying a home is a lot like eating pistachios. Some deals pop right open, some take a little effort, and some make you want to grab a hammer. That's why you need Aaron Weber Group. We do the heavy lifting so you don't break a nail or your sanity trying to crack into the housing market. We've got the perfect place where you can eat pistachios in every room. So don't shell out your life savings on a bad deal. Call Aaron Weber Group, powered by Compass, today. We'll get you into a home that's nothing but perfect.
Streaming TV is where it's at. It's not about cutting the cord anymore. It's all about your customized TV options. With the best and cheapest high-speed internet and your own TV subscriptions, we've got your dream TV lineup. Between wired and satellite internet and TV, save money and get more internet speed and better TV today by calling the Whole Home Connect.
800-217-9129. 800-217-9129. 800-217-9129.
You're listening to the American Democracy Minute, keeping your government by and for the people. Earlier this summer, the Trump Justice Department requested states turn over massive amounts of voter registration, balloting, and election administration records. Two states which refused the request, Maine and Oregon, are now being sued by DOJ. The Brennan Center for Justice counts 34 states which received data requests from either the Civil Rights Division, formerly a watchdog for voting rights, or from DOJ's Criminal Division. New Hampshire cited state statutes prohibiting the release of such information, but Indiana confirmed it recently sent DOJ personal information, including driver's license and partial Social Security numbers. Maine received its first request in mid-July, which it declined August 8th, citing a lack of justification. DOJ's statement announcing the suit said, quote, American citizens have a right to feel confident in the integrity of our electoral process, and the refusal of certain states to protect their citizens against vote dilution will result in legal consequences, unquote. Vote dilution refers to alleged widespread voting by non-citizens, an already debunked conspiracy theory from the 2020 and 2024 elections. The Trump administration confirmed last week it was sharing the voter data with the Department of Homeland Security. Secretaries of State Shanna Bellows in Maine and Tobias Reed of Oregon have vowed to fight the request in court. We have more at AmericanDemocracyMinute.org. I'm Brian Beal.
Welcome to the age of stupid. Stupid. Welcome to the age of stupid.
John and Gordy in the morning. WMDX, the age of stupid. As we continue idiocracy here on the program.
6:52, cloudy skies today. Maybe a little bit of sunshine peeking through once in a while, but cooler. High of just 73, right now 61. Okay.
All right, let's finish off the Homan story. This is just fantastic. So, Borders our Tom Homan took some money, $50,000.
Yes, and
to
Laura
help people get jobs concerning the border.
Mm-hmm. And Laura Ingraham interviewed Tom Homan about all this $50,000 cash that he took.
It's caught on audio tape.
Yeah.
So it happened, and he wasn't initially a person of interest. Another person of interest referred him, saying, hey, you go to this Homan guy.
Check this guy out. Let's listen to Laura Ingram's take on this with Tom Homan.
All right.
They said that you took $50,000 in cash in a bag from an undercover FBI agent to help them win government contracts in Trump's second term. The DOJ said they concluded there was no criminal wrongdoing, but nevertheless, that story is out there, and I imagine you want to respond to that.
Oh, absolutely. Look, I did nothing criminal. I did nothing illegal. And there's hit piece after hit piece after hit piece. Yeah. And I'm glad the FBI and DOJ came out and said, said that nothing illegal happened,
because
nothing, no criminal activity. You're talking about a guy spent 34 years enforcing the law. I mean, I left a very successful business that I ran to come back and work for a government again. I'm back on a government paycheck. Yeah. Not only did I sacrifice my family sacrifices, I make sacrifices every day. I got more death threats than anybody. I got a security team around me, but guess what? My kids don't. My wife don't. I mean, I haven't lived with my wife in months because I don't want her to be here right now with all the threats. So after all the sacrifices, after serving my nation for all these years, they want to come out and dirty me up. And it's not going to end. There's a hit piece on me every 2 weeks. But keep coming, because you know what? Tom Homan isn't going anywhere. Tom Homan isn't shutting up. And Tom Homan's going to keep doing what he's doing, because working with President Trump's the greatest honor of my life. We're making this country safer again every day, and we're going to keep doing it.
Sounds like a professional wrestling discussion.
Hit the music. Hit the music. This guy's straight out of, what do you call it? Central Casting.
Yes.
I got more death threats than anybody. I got security around me, but guess what? My kids don't. My wife don't. I live with my wife in months. So I don't want her to be here with all the threats. I got to sacrifice. Yeah. Tom Homan isn't going anywhere. Tom Homan is not shutting up. Tom Homan's going to keep doing it.
I love it when they go third person. Talking about themselves.
Yeah.
They called Elliot Ness.
Yeah. Making this country safe again.
Oh, my God.
What happened to the $50,000?
Yeah. What
Is
happened
it still in a bag in his closet?
That's right. He took it. He did take it.
Yeah.
And,
did he give it back?
And he has a business that provides jobs for border security. So when he took the $50,000, it was right up his alley. I mean, that's his business. Not maybe taking bribes, but maybe it is.
But
maybe taking bribes is something part of his big business there.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. He's a thug, huh? Yeah, that was good.
Well, he was on with Bill Maher too, and I haven't seen. I got to go back and look at that clip. But he's making the rounds.
Discussing the 50,000?
Well, we'll have to do some digging.
Amazing stuff, really.
Yeah.
All right. I got something here. Let me see. 58. Remember the story about... I don't want to do that yet. How about this? Remember, or not remember, have you read the fact that politicians in Congress are worried about their safety now? They're getting a lot of threats, death threats, because what happened to Charlie Kirk, and now everybody's starting to worry about their own safety, right? So I'm thinking, wait a minute here. What about our safety? What about the American people's safety? Yeah. These guys are worried about their safety and being threatened and all that kind of stuff. We have to worry about being in crowds. We have to worry about being in movie theaters. We have to worry about our kids in school. We have a lot of worries about gun problems in this country, and yet our Congress is taking an interest in maybe protecting themselves after spreading guns nationwide and not doing a damn thing about it. House Republicans are proposing a $30 million safety fund that they can dip into and, do something for their homes, have security around them, but not the American people. That's the part that really rubs me wrong. Incredibly, Wisconsin Republicans have withheld paying for additional police in Milwaukee for ages, for decades, because they don't like Milwaukee. Yeah. So they don't let Milwaukee protect themselves with an expanded police force, and that's why there's crime in Milwaukee. This is all created by Republicans not doing anything about the gun problem and increasing funding for police in all the big cities in the country.
Yeah. And it's not changing.
No, it's not changing.
Not anytime soon.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, it's just irritating. It really is.
Coming up in our next hour, we're just a few minutes away from revealing our next keyword in the Go for the Green and Gold contest.
There's a certain level of excitement in the studio.
Yes, tension is building. And, you could win $200 cash plus gold jewelry. And when we reveal the keyword, we'll get to that in just a few minutes. Also, that puts you in for the grand prize drawing of indoor club-level tickets to the Green Bay versus Minnesota game coming up in November. That's coming up. And also, we're going to talk to Jim and Sarah, our friends from the Madison Hearing Aid Center. Get an update from them. That's coming up.
I think you should talk to them like a mobster and see what their reaction
is. Sarah, you got to work with me. Come on.
There you
Let's go. Come on. Do something for me, huh? 'Cause I did something for you. Come on.
I'm scared now.
Okay.
It is 6:59. News straight ahead.
That's
Then
right.
back with more of John and Gordy in the morning.
The big stories coming up.
WMDX. Yeah.
General Assembly convenes. The Secret Service says it cracked a plot that could have crippled telecommunications functions around the UN throughout New York City. The investigation's ongoing, but one source familiar with it tells ABC that authorities believe the plot's connected to the Chinese government. President Trump will address the UN today, a day after he suggested a link between acetaminophen use during pregnancy and autism. ABC medical correspondent Dr. Tara Narula says medical groups still say Tylenol is safe for pregnant women.
And contrary to what the president said, there is a downside to not treating fever and pain in pregnancy, which is preterm birth, birth defects, miscarriage, maternal anxiety and depression, and high blood pressure.
Closing arguments begin today in the trial of Ryan Ruth. He's the man of trying to kill then candidate Donald Trump last year on a Florida golf course and is serving as his own lawyer. He faces life in prison. This is ABC News.
Farm news that impacts you and your community from the Midwest Farm Report throughout your day on 92.7 WMDX.
For 92.7 WMDX News, I'm Savannah Tomei Olson. City leaders are getting closer to opening Madison's new homeless shelter, but they're also asking for help. Until the pandemic began, shelter services were not part of the city's purview. Mayor Satya Rhodes-Conway.
The system that had served Madison and Dane County for more than 35 years, relying primarily on faith-based organizations and private donations for shelter space, meals, and operations, collapsed in the wake of COVID-19. And while it is not traditionally the job of city government to provide homeless shelters, either here in Madison or around the country, it was the city and Dane County that stepped up to preserve and improve these vital services.
The city and county were involved in a few different projects, including the shelter site on Zaire Road and a campground. Now, the next big project is the 24/7 men's shelter. It's on Bartolon Drive and will be able to house 250 people. The mayor announced yesterday that the city will be dedicating $1.7 million in the city's budget to the shelter. But here's the thing, it's expected to cost $4 million to run each year. That leaves a $1.3 million gap in annual operational costs.
I'm excited to announce today that a new private group called Shelter Friends will soon launch a campaign to help close the gap needed to make the most of this facility. We need the business community, philanthropists, Dane County, and Madison residents to help us.
Meanwhile, some advocates are concerned about the capacity. Porchlight's Zaire Road shelter has housed more than 350 people, while the Bartolon Drive location will only have space for 250. At the start of this year, officials and volunteers did their yearly count. They believe there are about 800 people without housing in Dane County. I'm Savannah Tomei Olson, 92.7 WMDX News.
The Crew and the Padres tonight. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports. Baseball, it'll be another late night on the West Coast for the Brewers as they take on the Padres for Game 2 of their 3-game series at San Diego's Petco Park. The Padres right-hander, Randy Vasquez, on the mound for San Diego against lefty Bruce Zimmerman, getting his first start for the Brewers. Game 1 finished after midnight here as the Padres won 5-4 thanks to a walk-off RBI single from Freddie Furman in the bottom of the 11th. That clinched the spot in the playoffs for the Padres, their 4th in the last 6 seasons. The game ending past manager Pat Murphy's bedtime.
Good baseball game. Pleased with our guys. They came out to play hard, and they played hard the whole way. Padres got a really good team, and they were resilient, and give them credit.
NFL, the Packers face the Cowboys in Dallas on Sunday night. Cowboys receiver CeeDee Lamb now out a month after suffering a high ankle sprain in their loss to the Bears in Chicago. With sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
You're listening to 92.7 WMDX, Madison's home for the Town Hall Ball Show, weekday afternoons from 2 to 4.
I'm meteorologist Brandon Bormans. Some patchy fog through mid-morning, otherwise more clouds than sun, and just enough instability around whereby we could see a shower or thunderstorm in the afternoon, a high near 72. For tonight, mostly cloudy skies with lows in the mid to upper 50s. Currently, it's 62.
Shop Furlough Mattress during our Labor Day sale. It's our biggest sale of the season. Get a free box spring with a mattress purchase or upgrade. And it's backed by our lifetime comfort guarantee. Don't fall for the other guy's mattress gimmicks. Furlough has no middle. You'll get the comfort you want and save a whole lot of money. American made, locally crafted. Furlough.
Celebrate Wisconsin's farming heritage with a special broadcast of the Maggie Dawn Show on Thursday from 4 to 6 p.m. live from the Reisinger family Hilltop Farm in Spring Green. We'll learn about the Reisinger family's past and explore their future. We'll also discuss the mental health crisis facing the state's farming community with the Farmer Angel Network, and we'll talk about programs that support farmers across Wisconsin with the Wisconsin Farmers Union. Celebrate the legacy of the Reisinger family and families like them Thursday afternoon on the Maggie Dawn Show.
Transmitted by wire. Here is the latest news brought into your own living room.
You'll be hard to satisfy with anything less.
Let's give them something to talk about.
Talk is cheap. Gib. Always gossiping.
It's the John and Gordy Show.
This is High Five Plus.
And that's the way it is.
We'll do it live.
On 92.7 FM, WMDX. Take it away, boys.
Right. We'll take it somewhere.
All right, yes. Got a big story coming up the big reveal from RFK Jr.
Oh, boy.
As said and passed along by Trump.
This is a good one.
I don't even understand that. This is his big announcement. These are the big decisions that HHS is making,
right?
And he didn't say anything. He's just
he's off to the side.
He's in the background.
Yeah. Okay.
He did complain to Trump about don't say this. That's not necessarily true. But Trump said, the heck with you. I can say anything I want.
That's right. Yeah. Okay.
We'll get to that.
Yes. It's 7 minutes past the hour. It's a cloudy start this morning. Some sunshine trying to peek through. Highs around 73 today. Right now, 61. And it's time for us to reveal the key word for this hour in our Go for the Green and Gold. Go for the Green and Gold. Text to win multi-state contest.
Yes.
It's multi-state now, John.
Wow, that's right.
Michigan, the Upper Peninsula,
yes.
And up in there in Minnesota.
They count now.
Yes. Well, this is your chance to win a piece of gold jewelry and $200 cash. Plus, every time you enter, it puts you into the grand prize drawing for a pair of indoor club-level tickets to the Green Bay versus Minnesota game coming up in November. Now, what you need to do is download the Civic Media app. Find our station, WMDX. Use the text button to send the keyword into us before 8 a.m. What is the keyword this hour? Well, it is rival. Rival. That's R-I-V-A-L. Rival. Okay? You've got until 8 a.m. to send that in, but there'll be other chances and other keywords later today at 9 a.m., 11 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m., 5 p.m., and 7 p.m. In those hours, you can get other keywords and enter throughout the day here on Civic Media. Again, the keyword this hour is rival, R-I-V-A-L. Okay? Good luck. We'll notify you if you are the winner.
All right. Sounds great.
And you can go to civicmedia.us for all the rules. All right. Well, Jimmy Kimmel's on the air tonight, by the way.
He is.
A real reminder, he's coming back. Oh, boy, that'll be a big show. Yeah. See how they handle that.
Unless you have Sinclair Broadcasting, they're not going to have that show.
Really?
Can you imagine their ratings going down? I know late night isn't a big time for the TV stations necessarily.
Now here, the ABC affiliate is not owned by Sinclair. WKOW should be able to broadcast that.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah. So what do you have there?
Well, I've got the big story here and the big announcement. RFK Jr. had some big decisions to make, and he made them, but that was conveyed through Trump. I don't know why.
They had a press conference,
Who knows why there was a big press conference.
Really?
So anyway, why don't we just get to these cuts? This is cut 169, and this is Dr. Trump, backed up by RFK Jr., who is not a doctor. Let's listen.
Hepatitis B is sexually transmitted. There's no reason to give a baby that's almost just born hepatitis B. So I would say wait till the baby is 12 years old and formed and take hepatitis B.
They're formed by that
And
time.
I think if you do those things, it's going to be a whole different, it's going to be a revolution in a positive sense in the country.
Well, it's a revolution right there. Okay, well, I have to correct that. Sexual, right? Okay, well, anyway, early protection. Babies are particularly vulnerable to hepatitis B infection because they have come in contact with the virus during birth. Call that sexual, I'm not quite sure. Shortly after being born. Of course, getting the vaccine reduces the transmission of hepatitis B. Vaccination helps prevent the spread of hepatitis B from mothers to babies and among infants. The first dose is given within 24 hours of birth. So you don't have to necessarily have sexual activity to come in contact in childbirth.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go now. This is cut 172. I shortened this cut. We played it yesterday, but I made it a little bit shorter, so at least we got the idea that Tylenol does not cause autism. And this is, well, here, RFK Jr. and Trump announced no more Tylenol for pregnant moms, okay?
Okay.
Tylenol does not cause autism. This is Dr. Vin Gupta, his comment on it. Let's listen.
This is one in the long line of what Kennedy does really well. He reprises this playbook of taking half-truths or low-quality data, claiming that others are hiding information, and then committing precious resources in this faux attempt at transparency. He's done it with fluoride. He's done it with the measles vaccine. He's done with the COVID vaccine. Now he's doing it with Tylenol in the prenatal period, which, by the way, is important for women dealing with pain, pregnancy-related pain. This is not a small issue. And so let's get to the data here. What's happened over the last 20 years? We've gotten smarter. Science has changed. We have better research. And so, Mika, the new research has done something very different. What we know about autism is that what are true risk factors for autism are environmental risk factors like exposure to air pollution, genetic risk factors, maternal health, age of the parents at pregnancy. Yeah. We know these are all very familial genetic risk factors drive these increases in autism. And there was a large study published just a few years ago, looked at 25 years worth of data in Sweden. Hundreds of thousands of data points. Ultimately, 2.5 million children were studied over 25 years. What did that show, Mika? No link between autism and prenatal exposure to Tylenol. So the best quality data shows no link. He's looking at poor data, and he's making a mountain out of a mole.
And making policy, public health policy. Right. Now let's listen to the actual chaotic announcement that Trump made, directing everybody to follow his orders. Let's listen. Let's cut 171.
Okay.
Cut 171. Let's listen.
First, effective immediately, the FDA will be notifying physicians that the use have to take one because of let's see how we say that. Acetaminophen.
There you go.
Is that okay?
That's good.
The Amish, virtually. I heard none. See, Bobby wants to be very careful with what he says, and he should. But I'm not so careful with what I say. Really? You have certain groups. The Amish, as an example, they have essentially no autism.
Okay. All right. So there you go. Let's correct that one.
Yeah.
When it comes to the Amish not having autism, the misconception that the Amish do not have autism began with anecdotal reports, but has since been debunked by scientific research. Okay. So.
Okay.
And that's why Bobby, even Bobby Kennedy said, "Hey, back off on that. I can see anything I want. Damn it, I'm the president. Come on, people believe everything I say anyway. Like CJ, he understands. He believes everything.
Can say anything he wants except acetaminophen. I can't say it either. Should we go to CJ?
Yeah. Well, why not? He believes everything he's heard from Trump so far. So let's see if he's gone ahead with this one.
Good morning, CJ.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Good morning, gentlemen. I love your introductions all the time. You lucked out yesterday. My phone was froze up this weekend, so I couldn't call you yesterday. But, the word of the hour, I think, is rival.
Yeah. Yes.
But what we witnessed this past weekend was a revival, baby.
Mm-hmm.
The tyrant dies and his rule is over. The martyr dies and his rule just begins.
Yes.
Well, we watched 100+ million live stream it. More and more watched Charlie Kirk's memorial this weekend than any civilian in the history of the world.
Well, you don't think it's like people maybe curious rubbernecking like an accident? They had to see it, right?
No, I think that the word of God is being spread through this country through young men.
I don't think God would ever say some of the things that Charlie Kirk has said. I just don't think so. I have reservations about that one.
Okay, well, they had an event last night in Minneapolis. They had to turn away thousands and put them in the overflow like they did this event. Did you watch the event this weekend?
No, of course not.
Saw a few minutes of it.
Yeah, I
from time to
saw a
time.
few minutes, but that's not really watching it.
Yeah, that's what you guys do. You watch little snippets of things, and then you pick and choose how you can attack your opponents, or, you know.
That wasn't a memorial service. It was a rally.
Yeah, it was a rally. It wasn't a memorial.
It was a beautiful Christian rally for a man who achieved something that, you know.
What did he achieve?
Across the aisle, he took on all comers, you know, kind of the way I come into the Lion's Den
Yes.
of WMDX.
That's right. We are playing the role of Kurt now, and you...
Well, yeah, I guess while allowing
There you
me
go.
to come into the Lion's Den, you guys do, but you've always been very nice, so it's never been an issue. But I think what we saw with Charlie Kirk, I saw him at his first event over a year ago now at the University of Wisconsin. And there was 1,500 kids there. And, yeah, he took on all comers. Freedom of speech, he let people who disagreed with him, who hated him, walk up to a microphone and let them try to prove him wrong. And he did it with grace and humility, and he took their attacks.
That's not true.
And some he changed their minds, guys. It was beautiful.
Yes.
It was what this country's all about.
All right.
Persuading people.
All right. Well, you know, I've got not only were we going to play this, but I have coming up in just a few moments Michelle Substack. You might want to check her out. She is a former Turning Point USA worker. And she's come out and she's telling her story about being part of Turning Point USA and warning others about that. Now, one of the things I have to admit, you know, there was a graphic about Turning Point USA's current chapters, and there are 1,200 chapters in high schools, which is very sad and scary. 900 college chapters. I mean, they're going for the little kids here, you know, in high schools.
They had 75,000 inquiries for new chapters.
Well, I had 62,000 plus requests
that was prior to this weekend
for new
now
chapters.
It's over 75,000. God bless America, baby.
Now here's a question, CJ, for you.
The
Okay, on
revival
this.
is back.
This is the whole thing. Charlie is not around now, and so they're joining up. You know, Turning Point USA. Leaderless, essentially. There's no one there. There's no one there that's going to give the same message. No one's going to be able to give the same message.
Not hear his widowed wife, Erica.
Yeah.
Listen to that speech. You think it's
I heard
gone?
that. Actually, I heard that speech. Yep. All right.
All right, CJ.
CJ, thanks. Thanks for the call.
19 minutes past the hour. When we come back, we'll check in with our WMDX meteorologist, Brittany Merlot, get the inside on the outside, whether you like it or not, on WMDX.
WMDX, like a podcast, but lazier.
This portion of John and Gordy in the Morning is brought to you by Madison Hearing Aid Center. If you're having trouble with your hearing, do something about it. Talk with the good folks at Madison Hearing Aid Center. They're at 4706 Cottage Grove Road. Call them and make an appointment at 608-249-4077. You can take an initial hearing test online at MadisonHearingAidCenter.com. Don't let your hearing loss frustrate you anymore. They help John and Gordy hear better, and they can help you too. Madison Hearing Aid Center.
Fall is in the air, and there's no better place to enjoy it than at Sugar River Pizza in Sun Prairie. Cozy up inside for some spirits, 48 beers on tap, and THC drinks. Choose from a wide selection of their warm pastas, 12-hour smoked pulled pork, and of course, their pizzas. Voted Best of Madison, Sugar River Pizza is known for great food, great drinks, and a warm, welcoming atmosphere. Located on Cabela Drive in Sun Prairie, they also offer catering. Sugar River Pizza, where fall feels like home.
Are unauthorized immigrants eligible for federal Medicaid coverage? No. Unauthorized immigrants are not eligible for traditional federally funded Medicaid health insurance and never have been. A 1996 law also requires most authorized immigrants to wait 5 years for eligibility. 14 states, not including Wisconsin, use state funds to cover unauthorized immigrants. President Trump has proposed cutting federal Medicaid funds to those states, which could drop 1.4 million people from health care coverage. In Wisconsin, Medicaid covers 1.28 million people at a cost of $12.1 billion. I'm Trisha Young for Wisconsin Watch. Fact Briefs are bite-sized fact checks of trending claims produced by Wisconsin Watch and GigaFact. Learn more at wisconsinwatch.org.
This portion of John and Gordy is brought to you by Verlo Mattress. The Labor Day sale continues. Get a free box or platform foundation with your mattress purchase or upgrade to an adjustable base during the Labor Day sale through September. Verlo Mattress, East and West in Madison. Go to verlo.com.
City. I can't wait to feel my wheels rolling and I'm on my way. I've been gone so long now, I think it's a pity. Going back to Mad City today.
Capital City, Madison, John and Gordy. WMDX 92.7. Check us out on the Civic Media app.
Got a little sunshine peeking through the clouds over State Street this morning, right downtown. Right, it's looking not bad at all, but there were some clouds earlier, and we might get some more clouds a little bit later on.
I got a text here.
What do you got there?
I just want to make sure that, Kurt, you can start listening to the station again. You said I switched to elevator music for the next 5 minutes when CJ was on.
Okay. All right.
Well, anyway.
Let's get to Brittany Merlot. She's patiently waiting for us. Good morning, Brittany. How are you?
Good. I'm so happy that you have some sunshine. I was shocked to see it on your face. I could see it just reflecting out there.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, I know. It just came. I mean, it was really cloudy just 5 minutes ago, but now we're getting a little break here, just for a few minutes anyway. So what do we expect today?
All right. So if you have any fog still lingering by you, it's almost gone. It's clearing out of here. We will see more clouds than sunshine, but hey, look, we still got spots of it. Highs comfortable in the mid-70s. And we're looking at all the rain staying south and into Illinois. So a rather dry day today. And then the only chance I'm really seeing is a few spotty sprinkles possible tomorrow afternoon. We get a little cooler to about 70. And then it's done. We've got a high pressure that moves in and gives us sunshine all week into the weekend and into next week too.
Wow.
Oh, man.
I know.
Looking pretty good.
Yeah, I preserved my deck a little too early, I think.
Well,
maybe it'll dry out, with the water and the sealer.
Really? Does it look okay?
It looks okay, but it's going to be a big problem for me in the future. I can see that.
You got to have all of us over for it. You got to,
the big stairway,
a big
opening. Yes,
ribbon cutting and everything. Huh?
It's a wood stairway. That's what I was preserving, not just the deck. Okay. All right.
Thanks for explaining it.
Well, thanks.
Okay.
So it sounds great, fantastic, and the temperatures will be in the 70s. Is that what you mentioned?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much 70s through Thursday, and then we might be flirting with 80 for the weekend and into early next week.
Okay.
And how are we doing on the fall color leaf change thing?
Yes.
Where are things going with that? It looks like some of them are changing quite a lot, pretty fast around here.
They are. Right now, you about 30 to 50% in some places. If you head up north, Green Bay is a good spot to stop. Go to Eagle River. Also, Medford and Spooner. So pretty much north of 29, once you start getting up there, it is popping vibrant.
Wow.
But that's headed your way soon.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Beautiful. All right, Brittany. Thank you so much.
All right.
Welcome.
You have a great day. That's our WMDX meteorologist, Brittany Merlot. We want to remind you can win a $50 gift card from Sugar River Pizza. We're celebrating the fact that they were nominated in the Best of Madison along with John and Gordy. Of course, we didn't win We didn't even place or show, didn't get in the top 3. We're not bitter or angry about it, are we, John? We're not.
No.
We'll be, we're going to be okay.
We're just fine, losing to somebody who does 1 day a week.
1 day a week.
1 hour.
1 hour.
Loser of the day.
Okay. Anyway, back to this. You can get a $50 gift card from Sugar River Pizza. And all you need to do is just go to our website, WMDXradio.com, enter to win. We draw one winner a week. We throw out all the entries and start all over again on Monday. So get in there. Enter.
All right.
Well, you could win. Okay.
Cody is worried here. He says if they put these turning point chapters in high schools and I hear about one thing of hate in those schools, that's 100% propaganda or indoctrination. Say something about it, Cody. Complain to your school. And, of course, we have your neighbors, I believe.
Yes, right there. Let CJ know there were more people watching Farm Aid, and we were following the gospel of Neil Young. Okay. That's right. Farm Aid was this past week.
Yes.
With Neil Young and Willie Nelson, John Mellencamp, the usual gang. Let's see. Do we have time to go to Charles?
Yeah, we got Charles, right?
Yes.
Let's go to Charles.
Good morning, Charles.
Hey, good morning, guys. Great show as always.
Thank you.
Sorry, CJ. Nobody wanted to watch the racist Klan rally. It was supposed to be a memorial for someone that was shot and killed, and you had Trump and Miller talking hate. So yeah, nobody wanted to see the Klan rally, and I think they have it all wrong. They keep talking about how this guy was able to go and let people and he had debates with people. Did he ever have debate with grown adults? Or did he just go to colleges and debate 19, 20, and 21-year-olds?
That's that's a great point, Charles. Absolutely.
An adult that actually knew what they were talking about. And at the end of the day, I don't care how calm he was, and he wasn't always calm because he shut people down.
Yeah.
He still said horrific things about people of color, gay people, LGBTQ people. So that does not make him a saint. He's not a Christian. He didn't follow the word of Jesus. I'm not sure I know who they follow. They follow Donald Trump. But they definitely don't follow a Jesus that accepted everyone.
Right.
Charles, great point.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah. Thank you for your call.
Yeah. Good.
Appreciate it.
I just want to play. Nah.
We got a minute here.
Nah, I do have something that's like a half a minute. But
all right.
I'm not going to get into it here. It's, Trump and his think, I can hate my opponents.
All right. We'll get into that in a few minutes, but I want to remind everybody our key word this hour is rival. This is for our Go for the Green and Gold Text to Win contest. And that word is rival. Just download the Civic Media app. Find our station, WMDX. Text the word rival in before 8 a.m. You'll be in for a chance to win $200 cash plus a piece of gold jewelry, and you'll also be in for the grand prize drawing for a pair of indoor club-level tickets to Green Bay versus Minnesota in November.
All right.
29 past.
Let's listen to a little gospel from Neil Young.
All right. Midwest Food and Farm Report's coming up.
Keeps me searching for a heart of gold, and I'm getting old.
News and great conversation, and home to the Todd Allball Show, Monday through Friday from 2 to 4.
Recently, a bill has been introduced into Congress looking to add more transparency in the fertilizer market and lower the prices for farmers. I'm Ben Jarbo at the Midwest Farm Report, and here to give more insight for why there's a need for this bill is Shane Goplin, a farmer with HV Acres LLC and member of the Wisconsin Corn Growers Association.
Transparency in the fertilizer market, we really don't know trends. From a farmer's perspective, on my end, we see that, it seems like if the grain prices go up, well, the fertilizer prices go up. Why? We don't know. It's just, kind of what we've gotten used to. But now we're, next year we're seeing fertilizer costs going up even more without the price of grain.
Shane Goplin says that they just want the answers as to why these things are happening. Why is fertilizer continuing to go up when the crop prices continue to go down? For the Midwest Farm Report, I'm Ben Jarbo, and we'll take a look at some agriculture news right after this.
From sugar beet fields to dairy facilities, producers count on an operating line of credit from Ag Country Farm Credit Services to help make their operations more profitable. With multi-year commitment options, digital tools and remote deposit, and the ability to only borrow what you need when you need it, our operating line of credit makes financing your needs easier. Visit agcountry.com/line of credit or call 800-450-9858 to learn more. Terms apply. See website for details.
At the Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection, they know your business has always been something special. Now you can let customers know it too, in an instant, with the red and yellow Something Special from Wisconsin sticker. Joining the program gives you access to supplier and distribution information, marketing support, and a community of like-minded Wisconsin businesses. Best of all, you'll let people know that your work is done with care, quality, and love. You've always been something special. Visit somethingspecialfromwisconsin.com to make it official.
Welcome back. I'm Ben Jarbo with the Midwest Farm Report. Now let's take a look at some agriculture news. The Dairy Checkoff has introduced Smart Swaps. This is a dairy-focused initiative designed to help schools meet evolving nutrition standards and student expectations while using dairy. The goal is to find something that both students like and is good for them. In other news, Foremost Farms USA, a leading dairy cooperative and manufacturer in the Midwest, has announced that they have reached an agreement to sell their food service cheese business, including the 1950-127 brand. And to go along with that, all the related manufacturing equipment will be given to Wisconsin Dairy Distributing. From the Midwest Farm Report, I'm Ben Jarbo.
You're listening to 92.7 WMDX. Madison's home for the Maggie Dawn Show, Monday through Friday from 4 to 6 p.m.
I'm meteorologist Brandon Bormans. Some patchy fog through mid-morning, otherwise more clouds than sun, and just enough instability around whereby we could see a shower or thunderstorm in the afternoon, a high near 72. For tonight, mostly cloudy skies with lows in the mid to upper 50s. Current temperature, 61 degrees.
Hey there, Wisconsin. Tom Hartman here. Democracy is not a spectator sport, so join me each and every weekday right here on Civic Media for the Tom Hartman program from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Covering the news of the day and sharing ways for you to get off the sidelines and get active in your community, because change starts with you. Get involved and tune in to the Tom Hartman program Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here on your local Civic Media radio station.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for youth.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals into your body.
And nicotine, which can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media.
Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping.
Because when you talk, they hear you.
WMDX 92.7. John and Gordy in the morning, and it is a beautiful morning in Madison. We saw the leaf blower guy out on State Street. Finally.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of him lately.
He's
but
dusted
now,
off that leaf blower.
Yeah, now the fall leaves are starting to fall.
Well, yeah.
Maybe he's got some work to do.
He's got a lot of work to do. Oh, my gosh.
It is 7:35. Sunshine mixed in with clouds today. Highs in the mid-70s. Right now it's 63 degrees. And all
right,
just watching our Scripps television here.
Yeah.
On cable. One of our own there, Kristen Lyerly, on with Scripps News this
Talking
morning.
about the Tylenol debate.
Yes.
There's no debate. Really, it's just...
Tylenol's okay.
It's mad science from RFK Jr. All right, let's get to, we were talking about Turning Point USA, and I have a clip here from Michelle's Substack. Okay, that's what she calls herself. And she was a former Turning Point worker. So let's listen to her story. This is the very first post that she's had on it, and she'll have a continuing series of episodes in the future. This is cut 148. Let's listen to Michelle.
Hi, I'm Caroline, and I used to work for Charlie Kirk and Turning Point USA. So when I was 17 and I met Charlie Kirk, and he talked about limited government and fiscal responsibility, it just made sense for me. And a lot of what I did was writing articles specifically designed to scare people, garner traffic, really just ratchet up the intensity of the political moment.
Well, that's honest.
And at the time, I thought that I was saving America. But then in college, I was studying political science, and I started to learn how the world actually works. I started to learn about governance, about the importance of government and what the government can do. And a lot of conservative politics stuff just started to not make as much sense to me. And that was so scary. In the place where I was at, your political view was like, number one, synonymous with your faith. It was like you almost worshipped politics and your political stance. It was so extreme that for me to question my political views was akin to having a crisis of faith. But I did have that crisis of faith, and the more I unraveled it, the more I realized that conservative politics just did not make sense to me, that I thought it was unethical, that the right wing was getting more and more extreme by the day, and that I was not comfortable with it. So that's when I pretty much quit Turning Point. What is being done to the electorate is not okay. But I was scared and I was confused. And so it took me a really long time to really figure out what I believed. And now, the second Trump administration, I can't not talk about it. And so I want to share my experiences as somebody who used to be super conservative, who is now involved in liberal politics in small town Texas, and talk about how important it is for, if you are claiming a political party or political ideology, to really understand what it is you're talking about and what it is you're championing.
Yep, there it is.
Okay.
She's got more episodes to come. Again, that is at Michelle's Substack, and that's Caroline. All right.
Okay. Yeah. Makes all good points there.
Yeah.
I mean, she was all in, and now she's all out.
It's amazing how, the message from MAGA or on the right or Republicans for many years is that government shouldn't get in the way. You should hate government. You don't want government to help.
Government.
They can't. They make everything worse. Well, only on the right do they make things worse. It doesn't happen on our side of the aisle. But all right, I mean, we're pro-democracy here, okay?
Yeah.
I want to get to something also that came up during that whole memorial, is that, we're supposed to forgive and forget and patch things up, right? But Trump said no. He wants to continue to hate his opponents. So this is cut 166. A reporter asked Caroline Levitt, what is this thing that Trump did there? Is he trying to tap things down a little bit or not?
Yesterday, so we heard from Erica Kirk. She said she forgives the man who shot and killed her husband. And then right after that, we heard from the president, who said, I hate my opponent and I don't want the best for them. How does that square with bringing down the temperature of political violence in this country? And then, if I could, I had a follow-up on Venezuela, too.
Look, the president is authentically himself. I think that's why millions of Americans across the country love him and support him, including Erica Kirk.
All right. Authentically himself, and that's the excuse for not tamping things. And okay, right. It just, keep pouring more gasoline on the fire. Now, this happened recently. I thought this is interesting, maybe even a trend. A congressional candidate was thrown to the ground by ICE.
What?
Yes. and it was caught on camera. Now, of course, Laura Ingraham played it, and she celebrated it. I don't think she's fired yet, but I do want to play cut 167. Let's hear it.
Breaking news. I am now demanding a second Fox News host be fired by the network.
A Democrat congressional candidate who was thrown to the ground by an ICE agent. Good work.
She just very quickly says, good work. But if I scroll through this clip, you see Kat Abu Ghazaleh taking quite the fall. Like, why are these dudes in full military gear throwing congressional candidates to the ground? What a disproportionate use of force. That would smack if I were really thirsty for political violence at this moment. Multiple people called this out. Vanilla says, due to the new FCC rules, I can only assume Laura Ingraham will be taken off the air for promoting violence. Mehdi Hassan says, how is this not a fireable offense from Laura Ingraham? She is explicitly celebrating and endorsing and encouraging violence against Democratic congressional candidates by saying, quote, good work. Last week, a Fox News host said homeless people should be executed via, quote, involuntary lethal injection. This week, Laura Ingraham louds masked ICE goons using violence against Democrats. And here lies the problem. There is this disproportionality, or let's call it this double standard of expectations. So Jimmy Kimmel gets his late night show pulled. Stephen Colbert, late night show pulled. FCC Chairman Brendan Carr then has these blatant, brazen contradictions where he makes jokes about who's next. Donald Trump makes jokes about, who is it? Jimmy Fallon is next. Seth Meyers is next. He's making jokes about maybe The View. Maybe The View should be investigated is what Donald Trump is saying. Right. Very clearly threatening shows that disagree with him. But then Fox host Brian Kilmeade can go on air and call for the involuntary lethal injection. The double standards are sickening.
That's right. And, you know, I have to say, though, I think this is going to become a meme, a gotcha kind of mega meme of hypocrites celebrating violence against the left. I have a feeling that this is going to hit the fan, and in not a good way for the mega contingent and the cult.
Well, it'll be interesting to see whatever Jimmy Kimmel has to say tonight.
That's right. Disney came out with this. It is a decision we made because we felt some of the comments were ill-timed and thus insensitive. We have spent the last days having thoughtful conversations with Jimmy. I'm sure they were very thoughtful. And after those conversations, we reached the decision to return the show on Tuesday. And Sinclair Broadcasting says, no way.
They're not having
We're
it.
sticking to our guns on this thing.
Okay.
Now, I just found this absolutely hilarious. This is, the big thing was that autism was caused by Tylenol, according to the administration and to RFK Jr., HHS, which is completely wrong and just fabricated. So this is our healthcare system that we know today. Okay? All right. So anyway, Trump went on and on about the numbers in autism. Mm-hmm. And you don't... Well, okay. We're going to play it for you anyway. I was going to say you don't want to hear it, but we're going to play it for you because this is just way over the top. This is too bizarre. It's 160, and this is Trump explaining the numbers. Let's listen to this. Here. All right.
And we want things to take effect immediately. Let's say 15 years ago, they had 1 in 10,000 were born with autism, and now it's, think of it, 1 in 12, 1 in 10. Boys, 1 in 10 or 12. Two different studies. Girls, it's 1 in 20. Can you imagine 1 in 20? And let's see, 22 years ago, it was 1 in 20,000, but it got down to 1 in 10,000 about 17 years ago, and now it.
Okay, I just want to pause here a second. He's making all of this stuff up.
He's just riffing.
He's just saying numbers. And okay, let's listen. Keep going.
It's 1 in 12. Actually, boys are 1 in 12 and 1 in 10. I mean, can you imagine 1 in 10? And it was 1 in 20,000.
What?
So there's obviously something artificial that's really wrong.
That's it right there. So, it's just he.
I don't know. What do you say?
How can he keep the numbers straight? Seriously, he's never been able to tell the truth first. But secondly,
Yeah,
He is not a detail person in any way, shape, or form, and he's throwing out these numbers. You know, it's almost like, we're going to give discounts for drugs 500% here, 1,000% there. He doesn't know numbers whatsoever, but he did this, and I just, it was stunning. I just love it.
Hey, let's go to the phones. Dick is on the line with a question or a comment. Good morning, Dick. Go ahead.
Good morning. And the numbers that he does know, he doesn't want us to know. For instance, yesterday, the inflation numbers. Well, we're just not going to tell anybody about that.
Mm-hmm.
And I predict today there'll be something really stupid in the next 2 hours because he's speaking to the United Nations today.
Oh,
no.
You know where that's going to go.
Oh, God.
The
help us.
divider-in-chief is going to speak today, and the divider-in-chief and the leader of the divided states of America. That's what he's done.
That's absolutely true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
all right.
Numbers coming out when he does finally, get the numbers on inflation.
That's right. They're holding back the numbers. We don't know what's
they
going
have to adjust.
on.
We're going to adjust them.
Well, isn't that just an indication, a tip of the hand, maybe, that they're not so good? All right.
Probably.
Yeah, what the hell,
just tell everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, we're holding the numbers.
All right, now we have
Thank you,
Marjorie
Dick, for that
Taylor
call.
Greene's boyfriend. He's a press guy now, and he asked Trump, "What do the Democrats stand for?" This is cut 171. This is the answer that Trump gave. Let's listen.
First, effective immediately, the FDA will be notifying physicians.
Hold on. Okay. All right, I don't know. It's one of those cuts near there.
One of the near.
It's got to be 170.
Now you're having trouble with the
172. You know, when I start getting into the triple digits, I'm all confused.
Okay.
All right, we got a minute. Let me look.
Okay.
All right.
Well, let me just remind everybody one more time, because we've got a little time before 8 o'clock rolls around, that now's your chance to win or enter to win the Go for the Green and Gold Text to Win multi-state contest. Your chance to win a piece of gold jewelry and $200 cash, plus every single entry puts you into the grand prize drawing for a pair of indoor club-level tickets to the Green Bay versus Minnesota game in November. So this keyword this hour is rival, R-I-V-A-L. That's rival. Got to get it in before 8 a.m. Download the Civic Media app. Find our station, WMDX. Coming right back with more. Get on the good foot. Get on the good foot.
John and Gordy in the morning. We're having a very good morning. WMDX 92.7. Text us or voice note us or give us a call as well. We want to hear from you.
Yeah, 608-879-8255. And I was mentioning right before we took a little time out there, the text to win contest. Go for the green and gold. Still have a few more minutes till 8 a.m. to get that keyword in. Keyword is rival, and up for grabs, $200 cash plus a piece of gold jewelry, and every entry gets you into the grand prize drawing for an indoor club level tickets, a pair of tickets to the Green Bay versus Minnesota game in November. A bunch of people have entered here at the last minute, like Cliff and McFarland, Terry from Cross Plains. You still have a few more minutes to get in on this. Bob from Madison is in. Dana from Sun Prairie. The list goes on and on. Jeff from Madison, getting in entries from all over. So get your entry in. You got a few more minutes. Text to win for the go for the green and gold contest. You can get contest details at WMDXradio.com or civicmedia.us.
And that game's going to be good. The Minnesota Vikings versus the Green Bay Packers. That's going to be a great game.
That's the game. Minnesota, Green Bay.
That's
Green
the
Bay,
one to
yes.
watch.
Yes.
Yep.
Definitely a big game.
Okay.
All right, now, just after ripping into Trump for not getting his numbers straight, I made mistakes.
Started having trouble with your numbers.
I can't get my numbers straight either.
Confusion
So
just
anyway.
is contagious. Yeah.
So anyway, that 171 turned out to be a 161. So let's listen to, this is Marjorie Taylor Greene's boyfriend asking Trump, what do the Democrats do? Well, let's listen.
Okay.
I've had a very welcoming message today, welcoming people to the Republican Party. Love of country, love of family, love of God. So I ask you, what do the Democrats stand for at this point?
I think chaos, confusion, anger. They're losers. They don't even want to extend the opening. We have a very successful country. If we gave them everything they wanted, they're deranged. If we gave them everything they wanted, they wouldn't extend. But no, they're angry, and they took a big loss. I don't think actually. I think they stand for chaos.
Well, that's it.
They stand for nothing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. So there you go. You ask a simple question, you get a dumb answer.
I wonder if they just can't stop him from talking, even on, especially on the plane. When he's on Air Force One, it's pretty much anything goes. And he just comes out because he wants to stretch his legs and meet with the press for a couple of minutes, and then here comes the ramble.
Yabber.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. Yeah. Now, he also went on and on about the cities that he wants to invade. And basically...
Really? Who's next?
Well, somebody's thinking, this is a blatant act of treason that a president would openly come out and say he's going to invade cities. But it's true, and this is cut 163. Let's listen to this.
Okay. 163.
And I think we're getting great marks for it. People feel safe. Washington, D.C. is just the beginning. We brought the numbers down in Chicago a little bit by having the FBI in there for the last 5 months. We brought the numbers down in Memphis a little bit, but now we're going for the big one. Now we're going to go for the big one. But we set ourselves up very well in Chicago, Memphis, New Orleans a little bit, going in early just to see what was happening. We study it. We're studying the site. It's sort of like war. I mean, I hate to tell you, it's like war. Some of these people are really bad. They're really, really sick people. They're dangerous people. They're killers. They're murderers, drug dealers. And you can't have it. You can't have a country like that.
So somewhere along the way, and I'm trying to clarify here, he's saying that we can't have those people in this country. Is there a way to completely eliminate criminality in this country? Everywhere?
So.
Is that he can reach pretty high on this thing, but we're not getting rid of the criminals and the bad elements in society. Whether they're in the city or in the rural areas, they're going to be here, and that's why we have the police, the FBI. That's why we investigate these things, so we can discover who they are and arrest them.
Right. Yeah. Hey, let's go to the phones. Got a couple of minutes here. Trace is calling from Portage. Good morning, Trace.
Hey,
what do you got for us?
Hi, good morning, guys. Yeah, I just wanted real quickly that clip you played from the woman from Turning Point. I can really relate to that. I was raised evangelical Christian, which was akin to almost Hitler Youth, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I just want to remind people that these people, these extreme Christians, view this as spiritual war. So in their faith and their politics are tightly wound up. My mom is still a hardcore Trumper, and she doesn't want to be in the group chat with me and my brother anymore because of it. But these people are intrinsically tied to their faith, and they view it as a holy war that's really happening right now.
That's right.
So
Yes.
they don't view us as political opponents. They view us as literally the devil. So I think that's an important distinction to make when trying to talk to these people, because they view us as inherently evil in a biblical sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
exactly
That's a
right.
good
Trace,
point,
thank you for that
Yeah,
call.
thank you. And you
Yeah.
know, after listening to that, my mega friend in Milwaukee, he's a born-again Christian, always spouting Bible passages to me, and I keep telling him, stop it, because I don't want you forcing your stuff on me. But I told him, he says, why don't you just, come, turn to the light. And I said, you know what? I can't do it now because Christianity has become political.
Yeah.
And it's your politics that has tainted Christianity. And there is no way I would join anything that is anywhere near what you're espousing. It's just, it's a horrible, horrible, ugly side of religion.
Yeah, there's a new book by John Fugelsang called Separation of Church and Hate. And we want to try to reach out to him and see if we can get him on the show. It's really fascinating. That's got to do it for us for today. Coming up next is Stephanie Miller. Tomorrow, Mike McCabe will join us, as he does every Wednesday. That'll put a cork in the bottle.
Yeah.
That's about it for us.
It's time to drink.
John, day drinking is back. Have a great day, so long.
All right.
Let the sun shine. It's the John and Gordy Show.